Pag nawala yan, papagalitan. Magkalit.
Ang ganda naman ni Marge.
Are we getting ready to get started, guys?
Yes.
Yes, Jack.
Stand up.
There you go. I got a cheerleader here. I don't know who that was. I know Wilma. Wilma is always my cheerleader. That's for sure. Ain't got to worry about that when she's here.
True.
Number 1 fan, Jack.
Number one.
Hey,
Facebook.
Man, I really appreciate the support. So, Jojo, let's get started because at 7 o'clock, I have to get on a call with Rock's team.
Okay.
So
Okay.
understand my schedule is that packed. So I want to give you guys as much time as we need and answer a lot of your concerns, questions on everything. Okay, so let's get right because it's only 5:02.
Got it. Let me go ahead and
be on here, right?
let's stop the music, Jack.
Yeah. Oh, so Marge is on the call. Hey, Marge, how you doing? Good to see you, Marge.
Good.
All right.
Ganda.
Let's see who's on the call here. Okay. Some veteran names. Beautiful.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Hey, by the way, Margie, I didn't forget about you. After this, I'm gonna send you a text on your hierarchy call. Because Wendy reminded me, I'm so sorry because so many people requesting me to do calls and all that stuff. I just slipped my mind, but I'll give you a date very quickly by tonight. By end of tonight, I'll give you a date, okay, for your hierarchy.
Yes, Jack. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're welcome, dear. Okay, let's go. Let's get right into it, Jojo.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Babe, just keep on admitting. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Good morning, everybody. We're right here with our field chairman, Jack Wu. So we're so privileged and so grateful for his time. As far as you guys understand that he's a very busy guy, but he always makes sure that he share or kind of like add value to us, right? By mentorship, and this is one form of his more mentorship. We agreed that we probably, we're gonna ask questions to Jack, right? And that's really, I would say, the best way that he could actually assist us in growing our business. Okay, so in essence, so Jack, I had like some people right here, not unless, uh, let me call upon. Is Ate Linda already here? Not yet.
Well, can I first say a few
Oh,
words?
go ahead,
and
go ahead,
then we
Jack,
get
go
right
ahead.
into it. So instead of we just
Yes,
hop on right on the Q&A, don't worry. I mean, I think you'll be able to ask a lot of questions, and I hope you guys, for those of you who work with me for a long time or for a period of time, I don't take a long time to answer a question if I don't need to. I get right to the point. I give people specific directions, strategies based on my own experience in life and business in every aspect. I think that is something that a lot of people don't know how to do, right? And I understand. I have a massage therapist just did a surgery, so I didn't see him for about 2 months, right? So I tried different therapists. So yesterday I went to him to get my massage back because he's back, right? Because this is the guy I use. It's a gentleman that does like massage, like not it's like a chiropractor that fix people's bodies, sport athletes. And when he was gone, I had to find other therapists to do massages for me because I stand, I travel, and my body gets a lot of tension and here and there, right? So massages to me is a form of keeping myself in a great condition physically, right? But I try so many different massage therapists in the last 2 months, and sometimes I spend 4 hours for a massage. And when I come up that massage, it doesn't even equate to 30 minutes of his massage. So when I saw him yesterday, say, "Hey Frank, man, thanks Lord, you're back." You know that 1 hour of your massage that does on my body, it has so much impact for me, good impact for me, compared to somebody who does 3, 4, 5 hours and try to massages me, and I still don't feel anything that significant. So that's where I believe a great leader versus a good leader. A great leader is they got experience. They are not just teaching you based on concept. Okay, that's number one. They teach you based on experience, practicality. And number two, I think a great leader is someone that is willing to tell you the truth.
Mm.
They're not afraid because they are already arrived at a level where they can truly tell you how they feel, what got them there. They're able to handle conversations with high level pressure without walking on eggshell. And I'm one of those guys. Always been for a long time. For those of you who work with me, I don't hide stuff. I tell the truth, but still with a lot of empathy because I respect who you are as a person. I respect you. I want you to do well in life. I want you to do well in PFA. Does it make sense? So with that, for those of you who's new, welcome to the Q&A. And you're going to see the way I answer question is going to be rapid fire. It's going to be speaking based on experience, my own failures, and ultimately led me to my financial freedom today. I'm very blessed, guys. And not just financially. I think as we aging, as we growing, money is going to give you a peace of mind. That's so important to make a lot of money. But I think what is going to more than money is inner peace, right? It's really about achieving to a level where you truly have choices in life. You truly want to get to a level where one day you are able to be who you are, be truthful to who you are, and not enslaved or handcuffed to something you don't believe in anymore, or handcuffed to somebody who want to manipulate you in corporate America or in business, in many areas, right? So that's my thing. My legacy before, now, and the future is also always focused on one thing. Guess what that is? Building great leaders, building leaders of all leaders, teaching you how to process issue, teaching you how to reduce your anxiety, how to grow in tough time. So with that being said, let's get right into the Q&A. We've got 52 minutes, and I'm going to rapid fire on any question you have for me. And there's no hold back, guys. Ask me anything. I have no script. I don't know what the question is. But if I'm giving you an answer, I hope you take it personally, or at least try to think about why am I saying something to you today. And then you process it on your own and try to figure out if this make a lot of sense to you or not. By the way, everything that I'm teaching you, you don't have to follow it. I'm not a control freak. I don't control people what to do. I don't intimidate people. Zero. I inspire people. Okay? I want you to do well in life. That's why I'm speaking in a way where I'm not holding back any information or telling you something that's half true. I tell you all the truth if you're ready for it. Okay? So with that being said, let's get right into it.
All right, Jack. The first person who's going to ask a question is Ate Linda Bolano from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Hi, Jack. Hi, everyone. Good morning, PFA.
Good morning.
Yeah, Linda, what's up? How you doing, Linda?
I'm good. I'm good. I just want to ask you, Jack. I know I've seen you in that pedestal, and I look up to you personally. And I have seen the qualities that you have been sincerely giving it to us. But my question to you is, what qualities do you believe are essential for effective leadership in the life insurance sector?
Okay. Man, this is such a great question, but it's such a question that I can go with different spin, different angles. So your main question is leadership in insurance. I don't think necessarily leadership has to be in insurance. I think leadership as a whole, how's that? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be a leader to your family. You got to be a leader to your people that you're leading. You got to be a leader to your community. You got to be a leader to your own kids. You got to be a leader to your partner. You got to be a leader to the people that you love and you care, right? So, I've been really thinking about, this topic leadership lately. I have been in the leadership position for over 30 years. And I'll tell you right now, Linda, 3 things that separate a good leader versus a great one. What comes to my mind, number 1, is character over charisma. Okay? A great leader is not measured by how loud they are. They are not measured by how powerful they look. They're not measured by what kind of authority they hold. They are measured by their character. Remember this. Charisma is what you attract people with. Character is why people stay with you. People join you is because of what you have. You might have the nice car, you might have the nice title, you might have the big money. I get that. But people stay with you or leave you is because of who you are. Second thing about leadership. I have to say elevate, not intimidate. A great leader don't intimidate. A great leader don't threat. A great leader don't shrink their people. If today my leaders, I'm talking about you around me, you are afraid to tell me the truth. If today you're walking on eggshell, you're scared of what I do to you, we have a problem. We have a problem. And I always share with people, great leader, they don't control, they inspire. You got to learn how to improve you first, add value to people. There's no need to control. Lose control, then ultimately one day you gain a lot of control. See, I don't control people. That's why a lot of people want to listen to me. You follow what I'm saying? It's deep stuff. You're asking me leadership. I'm going to go into very deep because you might say, hey, lead by front, show up first, work hard, support, all part of it. And the last thing that came to my mind about how to become a great leader is, man, trust is the real currency, my friend. Trust, Linda. You know, in the business today, in the business world today, everybody talks about growth, production, numbers, more numbers. But trust is the real currency. You know what I mean? Because if you build trust your people, they follow you because who you are, performance follows. See, I don't worry about performance. When people lose the trust, performance drop. They trust you, performance go up. It works like your kids. Linda, you have kids? You ain't got no kids. All right, I have some kids. If my kids are afraid of me, they are afraid of me, let's just say, because I control, authoritative. Do you think that after 18 years old, they're going to come home or they leave me? They leave me because it's a scarce tactic. But if they respect me, they understand that I'm there for them, but also set boundaries, firm and being loved together. After 18 years old, they always want to come back and see me. That's the type of leader I want to become. That's the type of leader that I'm working on myself. I'm still not, I don't think I'm a great leader. Every single year I'm chasing the best version. A lot of people say, you know, are you the ultimate version of you already? I'm never going to be the ultimate version of me. Never. Because 5 years down the road, I'm still chasing the next version of me. It's endless. So I hope I answered the question. It's a little bit deeper for you, but I think you're ready for the answer, Linda, because you've been here for a long time. You've been here for a long time. I remember you. Yeah, we talked a few times. So you're not a new person. Oh, by the way, this is such a great question. After this, I'm going to walk out with the same shirt. I'm going to do a video on that.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. After this, after we call up, after this, if I have 5 minutes, I'll go out, you know, to this beautiful sunset before I get on Rock's call. I'm going to do a quick video. So when you see this video, probably by Saturday, it's because you asked me this question. Make sure you post a comment, okay?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jack. Thank you.
You got it. You got it.
All right. Thanks, Jack. Next to ask question is Jenny Lazaro from New York. Are you muted, Jen? Please unmute yourself.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Jack. Sorry, a little bit delay. I was running. So my name is Jenny from New York. My quick question, for you, Jack, being a dad and a business owner, teaching teams. So how do you balance your time being productive? So there are some instances that I experienced that even though I did the time blocking team week for me to be productive, but sometimes when I feel like I did not achieve the goal that I have to do in a day or in a week or I'm missing, I feel guilty. So I feel like my productive is not that the best. So any advice you can
You got it. You got it. That's a legit question, Jenny.
Thank you.
You know, a lot of people, they overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in 5 to 10 years. You know, I've been doing this for 30 years, guys. And people look at me and say, man, how do you get to this level, man? You seem so relaxed, but also confident. You already got your financial freedom. I've been doing it for 30 years. So relax. You only been here for 1 or a few months, right? So understand, long-term thinking is what most people don't have, okay? With that, I'm gonna share with you as a dad, I'm a very busy person, right? I get involved with my kids. If you follow my social media, I love involve them. I mentor them. I go to their games. I pick them up. I drop them off when I don't work, okay? I have a set of schedule, Jenny. My schedule is when there's time for me to work there, it's all working. When it's time for me to spend quality time with them, it's them. So I'm gonna give you something. It's gonna get a lot of you probably gonna tear up a little bit. And I didn't mean to do that because since you asked me this question. So let's talk about the money part, right? As I was building my business, the first probably 10 years, I didn't have my firstborn until I turned like 34 years old. So I kind of a late boomer. Some of you have kids very early on, and that's okay. You know, I remember when I have my kids, when they were small, and especially my first one, you know, every time when I travel and going out there and doing meetings and flying from the east to the west, my daughter always somehow indirectly making me guilty. You know what is that called? Guilt to success. You know, I wasn't a millionaire back then yet. I was making good money. It's called guilt to success. I certainly didn't have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars in my bank account like right now. And now I do. You know what I'm saying? So she would always cry when she see I have a big luggage. It's because when I have a big luggage, Jenny, she know I'll be gone for a week. When I have a small luggage, she cry a little bit and she smile. But if a small luggage is 2 to 3 days, a big luggage, Bella knows I'm gone for a week to 10 days. And a lot of time, Jenny, I swear to you with my life, I don't want to go. Man, who won't want to leave their kids home? Who want to miss those growing time? But I also deep inside my heart, that's what I have to do as a man, as a provider, as a father to my kids. I had to do that. So that is called the guilt of success, right? On the money part, I had to go. I had to go. But then as I am growing a little bit older in the business, as I'm making more money, I was focusing so much in business. And I almost got to a point where I'm neglecting my kids. You know, because you're so obsessed with it, if that makes sense. So let me tell you what happened. About 2.5 years ago, I met a friend of mine, and he's not in the insurance business. We're just talking, we're hanging out. And all of a sudden, he was like crying. He was like tearing up, right? And he runs a business, by the way. He's okay. He's making a few $100,000, probably $450,000 a year, doing like fake teeth. You know how older people. I mean, he's a Korean guy, and I'm talking to him, and he's just like sad. And I'm like, what's going on? He said, like, my kid. I want to go take my kid to a park. I want to go take my kid to watch a game. But my kid wouldn't do it with me. I want to take my kid to like a vacation. My kid rather stay in the room rather than say, yes, Dad, I want to go on a vacation. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, tell me more. And here's what he said that really, really struck my heart and soul. And here's what he said. When I was building my business and grinding, my kid wanted to play with me. But when I go home, I am so dead tired, Jenny. You know, I'm so tired. I always tell my kid, not today, not today, not today, not today. Guess what happened? As I'm making more money, now I have a little bit more time. But they're older now. They're 16, they're 15. They don't want to do it with me anymore. Wow. I look at this guy, he's sad. He's not happy. That made me realize at that point, look, every time when I go home, Jenny, I'm tired, dude. You have no idea. I'm so exhausted speaking, traveling all these years. But every time my kids say, Dad, you want to go get some drink? I want to say no, but say, let's go. Dad, you want to build a desk with me? Heck yeah. You want to play some ball? Yup. So why am I giving you this message, Jenny? I feel for all of you who have kids. It's called guilt to success. And also you have to spend time with them simultaneously. You can't just say make no money. Eventually you're going to have problem financially. Or you make all this money, you don't get to spend time with them. See, your kids doesn't care about when you're tired. They don't care about when I'm tired. They don't care about what I do out there. They only care about is my dad. Look, I'm that busy. So how do I do all that? I know your questions. How do you do all that then? I schedule everything. I'm a busy man. I schedule everything. Yesterday I went to see my son's basketball game. You know, it was a beautiful moment yesterday, man. Look, it was a beautiful moment. I recorded a bunch of video yesterday, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my son, how he scored a basket. You know, I mean, I'm looking at this like so beautiful. I'm tired, but I'm there. Wow, man, look at this, man. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, all right. Watch this. This is his number 14. 14 is Sam Donald.
Jack, we cannot see the screen, your screen.
Watch it.
Okay,
Watch
good.
it. Watch it.
Good question.
Watch. Just watch. Watch. Just watch the last one. I'm having fun with answering the questions. This is from yesterday. You know who was screaming? When I was happening to film that part, right? So guys, I'm telling you the real thing about life. I do philanthropists, you know, I do a lot of charities. I still produce videos. I run the company. I involve the field. People call me about everything. Sometimes they have anxiety, and I've been getting a lot of calls, and I schedule everything. Jenny, I do it all. I don't know if that's the right answer, but I schedule everything. I commit to it. That's the answer. You schedule everything, you commit to it. And you don't let anybody make you feel guilty of going out and making money for your family. But at the same time, as you're making money, please do not use the money part, career part. I'm busy, and don't spend time with your kids. Because I don't want you to be one of them, my friend. That one day he's making money and he'll be sad. So you have to do it at all. That's my answer. I don't know what outer, but I do it all. I drop off my kids. I pick them up. I do a lot of things, even though I don't have to pick them up. I do it anyway. And it's tiring. But eventually you get to a point one day you have other leverage. You hire other people to do all the work for you, you know? Make sense?
Yes, Jack.
Yeah, but go make some money though.
Yes,
Just
Jack.
have to remember, you make money, you can hire a lot of people to work with you. I mean, at the beginning it's tough, but it's called guilt to success. It will make you feel guilty. You will feel guilty. But if you submit to guilt, you will never become big in life.
Okay.
You never become big in life because you're doing something for them. You're not just doing for you.
That's true.
All right. So next question.
Thank you, Jack.
Is it good for me to answer in such a way to explain to you guys how this whole thing works?
Yep, very practical, Jack. Very
Okay,
very
all right.
practical. Yep, next to ask question is Rowie Diego.
Hi,
From San
Jack.
Diego. Go ahead.
Yes.
So
Well,
thank you
yeah.
hello. Thank you for your time. It's always an honor to ask this question directly to you. Every time I see
Okay.
your eyes, it goes through me. But I'm not scared. Okay, I just want you to know I'm not scared. So I've been here 8 years, and the reason why I'm highlighting that because I have some business partners here who are going to be here for 1 or 2 years. So I'm turning 8 years, and Jojo knows that I'm really trying my best. Last year was my best personal performance, paid business, and team paid business, but I'm not there yet. So I'm still short of becoming a QFT. And I think there is a disconnect. So I always check your Facebook podcast, and there's I do not know if you remember January 21st when you shared with us that things has to be connected. I think this is in relation to what Jenny just asked about, things has to be connected. Your family, health, mindset, our finances, our career, and relationship with others. You know, some of our team members here, you know, they're here, but because of their health issues, they're not able to perform. They're here, but because of health, family issues, they're not able to, you know, do things. But they're still committed, Jack. So I just wanted to find out in what point in your journey, in your career journey in PFA, when you said, I did it. I was able to manage connecting everything. So now it's like a balance. Have you achieved it, and how did you achieve it?
All right, man, that's a beautiful question. That requires a little bit of explanation. You see, health, money, family, personal development, spiritually, they are all important. But okay, let's put the spiritually aside. I think spiritually, you got to be a good human being. I think universe will favor the people who's kind, who's a giver, who's real, who doesn't manipulate other people, who doesn't do things like pretty much like in their own favor, right? And that itself, you know, people think spiritually it's just about praying to God. I'll go to church. That's only a little bit of it. I think it's how you live your life, how you treat other people behind the door. That's what I'm talking about spiritually. If you're a kind person, I'm talking about genuinely, you're a good person. You want, I'm not saying 100% you say give everything to other people. I think the best mix is 70-30. 70%, you said, I still want to do all this thing for me and my family. It's normal. But the 30%, you want to help people. When you start at 70-30, you start to become a great leader. Nobody can say 100% you, I'm not doing this for money. No, anybody who say I do everything for you and 0% for me, it doesn't exist. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't exist. Just don't believe that person. If somebody say 10 and 90, oh, I do 90% of you. Somebody who does 90% for themselves and 10% for other people, you know what that call? Somebody who does 100% for themselves, 0% for other people, you know who those people are? Criminals. They are criminals. But somebody who does 90% of them for themselves, 10% for other people, you know what we call those people? Narcissist. They just do enough to make you feel I'm doing everything for you. But 90% is my own interest. I'm only giving 10. The goal is to get to 70-30. 70% still me, but 30, you start to become a good leader. All right. So your question for me is, at what point did I have all these things set up? It took me a good 15 years, I say, a good 15 years. But everything has to be in order. You can't do all 6 simultaneously. First thing, spiritually. I ain't talking about going to church and pray and behind the door you are an evil person. And there are a lot of people are using God as a name and say, spiritually, no, you're not. I can't help you with that. You got to work on that, all of you. Spiritually, where you at right now? I think number one, this universe is so magical. You know, everything that I go through in life, somehow I always come out in the best end of the bargain. I don't know what it is. I swear to you, Rowie, because I have been a great person for a long time. It's the value, the character is what I got from my dad and mom. Mm-hmm. So everything, business, health, relationship, which I went through a lot, by the way, at the end, it's always in my favor. I don't know what it is. So the number one you got to work on, everybody on this call, is spiritually who you are today as a human being. Now, if you get that away, you work on that. Now we got to focus on what is next. Only 2 things you need to focus on, and remaining is going to come. You need your health, because without health, if you are sick right now, if today you're not feeling well right now, something is happening to your body, that is the only problem you have now. Nothing else matters. Would you agree? That's why you got to work on yourself physically, right? I eat right, you know. Find out a eating diet that you can stick to. You know, that doesn't make you fatigued. That does not make you tired. You're not going to be able to compete with me if I can work 18 hours a day and you only can work 1 hour. You're not going to be able to beat me because physically I'm better than you already, right? So health, very important. And the good news, Rovi, it doesn't take 5 hours to be healthy on a daily basis. It takes about 45 minutes. But people, they don't commit to it. Health means what? What you eat. I mean, what do I eat? People see what do I eat. I'm going to eat apples. What do I eat? Nuts. That's what I eat. I only eat 1 meal a day. That's it. And I feel great. I feel great. Some people can do it, some people can't. But you got to find something that make you feel energized, not tired. Now, simultaneously, as your health, you got to make money. You got to make money, Rui. We're not living in like the 15th century. All right? Money is not important. Money is very important. Without money, nothing really functions. Your kids need financial support to go to some extracurricular activity that can enhance their personal development. All right? You need money to support their education, right? So for me, I work on those 3 things. The remaining, all flow. I'm not saying they're not important, but I'm saying what is my main thing? If I focus on everything, right? Sometimes where do I focus on first? Now, am I right or wrong? It made a lot of progress for me. Because when I made money, I'm healthy, spiritually, I'm a good person, everything connected. Everything. Along the way, I read books, personal development. Along the way, quality time with my family, not quantity. Jenny asked, like, how do you balance your life? You only can balance your life if you want small growth. You want big growth, is quality. It's not about balance. There's no balance. It's all scheduling. I mean, I'm telling you, it's all scheduling. But the goal is you get to one day, you don't have to do the hourly work anymore. I mean, I have a full-time housekeeper right here cooking for me later. I mean, she cooks. I don't cook. I just don't cook. You know, I don't iron my own clothes. I don't go to the, I don't fold my clothes. I make enough money to have other people. I use money to buy back some of the stuff I do, you know, that people spend a lot of time on, this produce them very little result. I focus all my energy to grow my income, grow my business, grow relationship with the people that matters to me. And that pays me very handsomely. I hope I answered that question, Rovi. It took a little bit longer for me to explain to you.
Thank you, Jack. And when do you eat? You said you eat only one day? What time a day?
I eat around, I mean, if I have Zoom call, I like to eat around 5 o'clock at this time, but today is different. Sometimes I Zoom at 6, but I try not to eat after 8, but today I have to eat after 8 because I got a lot of meetings today. I mean, but I like to eat probably 5:30, earlier the better, but tonight I probably have to end up eating about 8:30, so still good, before 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Jack, for sharing that personal info.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We're learning a lot, Jack. So yeah. So we're gonna reduce our eating to 1 times a day.
No.
Just joking.
No, not at all.
That's the reason why. Oh, and the next one on the list, Noel from Chicago. You're muted, bro. All right.
All right. Good morning, PFA. Jack, thank you so
Morning.
much. I'm Noel from Chicago. First, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity, you know, and in general for PFA. We're building this business, and now we want to partake on it. And I guess my question is, what would be my top 3 priorities for growth, you know, to be able to be successful in starting this career? And also, how do you stay motivated and avoid the burnout?
I love it. Now, how long have you been in this business?
Well, I was here before and then I came back just recently, about last November.
Okay, so your question is, how do you stay motivated? And then the top 3 things you can do as a beginner, right? Listen, I want you to understand one thing, Noel. Forget about motivation. Motivation is overrated. And that's the thing that I'm teaching my own kids. I said, son and daughter, you're not going to be motivated every day. I am not motivated every day. Baba is not motivated every day. Because sometimes my daughter asks me, right? And just ask, right? Hey, you going to all this meeting, you're traveling. Are you really excited? Now I could have given my daughter a semi fake answer. Oh, I'm excited every single time. But the reality is I'm not excited every single time. But here's what I said to my daughter though. I said, Bella, no. Dad is not excited every single time when I go to work. No, not at all. Because there are other things that is in my mind. But I still show up. I still do the work when nobody else is watching. I still do the work when I don't feel like it. You know what it's called? It's not called motivation, Bella. It's called discipline. That is the biggest separator between people who are extremely successful versus people who just trying to be successful and never became successful. I've been doing this for 30 years, Noah. Do you think every day I'm motivated to do what I do? I mean, yeah, right now people say, well, you made a lot of money. Of course you say that, but you didn't see me when I was not making a lot of money. You didn't see me when I was trying to build a company from scratch. Nobody see me when I have to relocate from East Coast to the West Coast and I was by myself. Nobody saw me. I had to lease a house that was about $2,000 back then, right next to a very dangerous neighborhood in Oakland. It's called the Lake Merritt. Years ago, to build a company because I need to save my cash. Nobody see that. Nobody saw the haters. Nobody saw the people who talk behind my back. And as I'm becoming successful, Noah, financially, everybody, nobody see the backstab. Nobody see the betrayal. Nobody see the jealousy and so we need discipline. We need to develop discipline. And don't worry about you're not motivated. If today you can turn a lot of unmotivated days into a working day, one day, Noah, you're going to live a great life. You're going to live a great life. Okay, so 3 things for somebody like you. The first thing I have to say is be a student to the business. What that means. Immerse yourself to learn the ins and outs of this business. Depends on what you want to achieve. If you want to make a little bit of money, then just listen half, forget half. But if you really want to become a pro in this business and make real money, immerse yourself, ask questions. Why? What is the difference between here and other places? How does the product work? If somebody say, I want to think about it, how do you handle the objection? It doesn't take more than 6 to 9 months for a new person to be a master of closing the product and opportunity. But most people, they don't want to learn, but they want to make big money. So be a student of the business, asking questions from people who's before you, who gained the experience, who made enough mistakes, and you learn from them and you practice on your own. That's number 1. And number 2, which I had mentioned again, you got to be consistent at your work ethic. Anybody can work hard for a day or 2 or 3 days when they feel like it. But how about, I hear this all the time, Noah. Like some of my guys say, oh my God, you have no understanding how hard I work. I said, what do you mean? Well, I made 50 phone calls yesterday, man. Out of 50 phone calls, nobody buy from me. Nobody join me. Nobody want to come to the meeting. How about today? Did you make 50 phone calls? How about tomorrow? Are you going to make 15 phone calls? How about next day? Are you going to make 50 phone calls? How about next week? How about next month? I think consistency is what most people lack of, but yet they want to have big money. It's not how it works in life. God is fair. God only pay. God only take care of the people who's consistently doing and believing. certain things in their life, whatever that might be. And the last thing, you can learn all the books, Noah. You can learn all the concepts. You can listen to all the Zoom calls. You can have all those mentors, trainers, motivate you, pump you up, go to all the big events. But at the end, you have to be one who do it. Apply. You can't just learn everything and don't apply and just keep learning. Learning stuff itself makes zero progress. You're just getting information. But applying and learning as you go and applying how to recruit, applying how to prospect, applying how to having a critical conversation by somebody and relearn that and fail and ultimately one day say, man, I'm great at this. How many times have I done an invitation script personally myself in 30 years? Now I don't want to exaggerate, tens of thousands. How many times have I present in front of people on an FOS presentation, financial opportunity seminar? At least a couple thousands, if not tens. How many times have I presented the IUL Index Universal Life presentation to customers? Tens of thousands times. How many times do I sell the opportunity, the vision, the possibility? Tens of thousands times. How many times have I done Zoom call like this? Tens of thousands. Back then there's no Zoom, but I'm talking about face-to-face, that considered as a Zoom. Tens of thousands. Do you notice that I've done this for 30 years, but my demeanor, my attitude, my passion of developing people has not reduced? You can feel it. It's not, you can't. That's why I'm making the big money. That's my top three, brother. If that makes sense for you.
Thank you so much. That really makes sense.
Wow. That's amazing, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
Be a student of the biz, consistent work ethic, and apply what you learn. Amazing. Wow. Next is very new from Wisconsin. I think she's the
Yeah,
only
let's go
agent
for it,
in
guys. Let's go
Wisconsin.
for it.
Christine Klingman. Go ahead, Christine.
Hi. Hello. Thanks, Jojo. Thank you, Jack. Good morning.
Oh, you have your daughter here. What's her name?
Oh, this is my daughter, Winona. She's a
Oh,
little-
Renona. What's up, girl? How you
We're
doing?
in training now.
Oh my gosh, she's learning already. That's absolutely outstanding. Now, how old is she? How old is she?
4.
How old is she? Oh man, that's a beautiful time.
Yeah.
Kristen, man, that's a beautiful time. Beautiful moment. And I think if you expose your daughter to the right environment, the right people, I think when they turn teen, it will be much easier. So from now until about 7 to 8, that's the conditioning year. A lot of family. I mean, I wish I knew that before, but I didn't. You know,
Right?
it's
Yeah.
conditioning right now. It's about coaching. It's about setting boundaries. And then when they turn teen, you're more like an advisor. You're not
Right.
telling anymore. But if you condition them right, hey, she agreed with me. She's smiling. Beautiful.
She's
She
used to
agreed.
be
I
Johnson.
think
She's like a
we're
one
cool.
of the
She's
COVID
eating too.
babies.
But anyway, Kristen, I didn't mean to get into the parent
Thank you.
stuff. But
No,
anyway,
I
because
appreciate
I can't
that.
help it when I look at kids. I mean, I just love kids.
I love that. That's how I feel too. Thank you. I feel so fortunate to be here with you all today. And thank
Yeah.
you so much, Jack, for your time. So as Jojo said, I'm really new. And I really appreciate everyone's questions. And I had a question that was really similar to Noel, so thanks for answering that. But I am curious, and I know you touched on it a little bit, just kind of touching on some things that you've been through, but what would you say?
I couldn't help it by smiling her, but go
I
ahead.
know you're
What more
not
about-
smiling at me, so that's okay. No, I'm just joking. What would you say some challenges are that you've had in your career, and how have you kind of weathered those or dealt
Oh,
with them? I know
no,
you
great
said you
question.
mentioned
Kristen, I'm gonna give you maybe at least 2. How's that? I mean, I got many,
Okay,
but I want to give you
great.
2 main ones.
Great.
Okay, the first one,
Thank you.
listen to me this very carefully. I almost believe I could not be in sales. I could not do it. I actually believe at the beginning, I'm trying to sell myself, telling myself there is no way I can be successful in insurance sales. Because when I first went to my first financial opportunity seminar, I'm like listening, okay, what is rule of 72? I have no idea. What is mutual fund? Okay, maybe people get it together mutually having fun. Oh my God, does anybody in my family even own a life insurance policy? Nope. Does anybody in my family owns an annuity? Nope. So I'm telling myself why I wouldn't be successful in this business. The only thing that kept me going was deep inside me, there was one main reason, because my father passed away when I was 15 years old. He was diagnosed having liver cancer. I was raised up by a single mother, raised up 3 kids. And deep inside my heart, I just want to make a little bit of money to take care of my mom. I just kept going on. And one of the things that I like to share with people all the time, Kristen, is that we're all good in sales. Everybody say, I'm not good. Everybody is great in sales. That's why most people, they are so great in sales, in selling themselves of giving up their dreams. Oh man, I don't think I can do this. Oh, this is too hard. That's a form of selling. But instead, most people, they don't sell themselves why they need to do something. The people they love, the people they care, the people they need to prove right, or maybe the people they prove wrong. So I would be, the first challenge is that I almost believe I couldn't be successful in the insurance business and being in sales. Okay, so you have to learn, you have to believe yourself. That's why you're on Zoom call like this. That's why you surround yourself with different leaders and building up your identity. Because when you look at those people, hey man, if Jojo can do it, I can do it. If Margie can do it, I can do it. It's giving you that belief. That's all it is. Second, listening to too many voices. You know, I was trying to listen to this person, to that person, that person. Everybody's telling me different things. I was put in a different angle, different direction, right? Some people say, you know what? You're only 20 years old. Why do you want to be in the insurance business, right? You're too young to even think about make money. Somebody else would tell me, oh, you know what? You know, I mean, who are you going to sell life insurance policy to? And then some people would tell me, and most of this noises is no more than just trying to tell me you shouldn't do it. So eventually I lock onto number one thing is who is actually doing big things in life, or if not big things, who's at least trying to do big things. So I lock onto those voices. People, that's my peers, my colleagues, they are trying. They might not make $1 million. They might not make $500,000, but they are trying to make $100,000. Just being around people who's trying to make $100,000, you're in a better position than somebody who's not trying at all. Does it make sense? So learning and getting the right voice is everything. Because if you start to listen to everybody, you're going to be very confused. So those are 2 things I'm giving to you. Cool?
Sorry, I'm trying to unmute. That was amazing. That, like, I was like, oh, that's me. That's me. So thank you so much.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be looking at you. You have a young daughter. Why should you want to do another business? You should be staying. They're gonna tell you that. They're gonna make you feel guilty. It's called guilt to success.
Right.
I was gonna say, my dad's father died a long time ago, so now he passed away when he was
9. So I think your story was reminding him of her
Oh,
dad.
like your father's father.
Mhm.
Somebody passed away?
Yeah, when he was young, just like you were.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, you know, your father probably, went through a lot, and he's working very hard for you, darling, and try to take great care of you along with your mom. So be respectful to your mom, love them dearly. And they are only 2 people. Now, what was her name one more time?
Winona.
Winona, listen to me. I know you're only 4 years old, but there are only 2 people in this world who will never betray you, never give up on you, never quit on you. You know who those 2 people are? Your mother and your father. Love them forever, and because they love you unconditionally. And as you've grown up, you're gonna go through breakup, challenges, different people. But always remember, I hope you remember what I'm sharing with you. And maybe you do, and if you do, your mother and father are the only 2 people in this world who will never give up on you.
Thanks, Jack. Okay, thank you, Jack. Thanks so much.
I'll take another 1 or 2 questions.
All right, Jack. Thank you for that. I mean, that's amazing. Yes, Sister Patty Cortez. Go ahead, Sister Patty.
Oh, hi, Jack.
What up?
By the way, we missed your Q&A sessions.
I'm here. Absolutely.
And you know, Jack, I've been eating once a day too. I think it's helping with my brain fog.
Oh yeah. I think once you get used to it, it's I don't know. I mean, different people have different outlook on eating, but I just feel so much healthier, so much more energized, and it helps me in every way, especially physically and mentally, right?
Yes, yes. So,
Okay.
since you spoke about financial freedom and inner peace,
Yeah.
reducing anxiety, and I think you said building great leaders and how to grow in tough times. Those are the things you said earlier.
Yeah.
You said that leadership is not built in easy seasons. I think that's what you said too, right? It's built in pressure. So I have three questions actually that are intertwined together regarding what you've said.
Right.
Number one is, what was your lowest leadership season, and what did it teach
Okay,
you?
okay, hold on. What was the first question? What is leadership? Repeat that. I couldn't hear you.
What was your lowest leadership season,
Okay.
and what did it teach you?
Okay,
Number
can I answer that first question first?
Okay.
My lowest season, I would have to say that when I was in the East Coast, building the East Coast, and back then we didn't have anybody making seven figures. The company was so small. You have no idea. Making $300,000 was like godlike, goddess-like. So in 2000, probably 2007, we got the living benefit with NLG. And then the next year and a half to two, it was like a very explosive small growth for the company, especially for my team in the East Coast, because nobody heard of living benefit. Now everybody heard of living benefit. Nobody know who NLG is. Now everybody want to get a contract with NLG, or they got it or don't got it. And other company have living benefit now. Does it make sense? So some of my guys that I've been working with for a long time started to make $250,000, $200,000, $300,000. And it was big money back then. If you really think about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, $200,000, $300,000 is probably equated to $600,000, $700,000, $800,000. And the lowest season was some of these guys that I'm working with start to walk like a peacock. They start to think and believe they have arrived. And I can see the work ethic, the way they talk to the people is no longer the same. And the lowest season, when I see the production and the whole business drop, and I don't know if you ever remember, Patty, Rex, my brother, always liked to show pictures. There was a picture I was crying with the white shirt with him. Have you ever seen that picture?
Yeah.
That was my lowest season. That was at one of my summit, the lowest point. And I'm tearing up. I said, look, all of you guys are thinking you have arrived. But I think you missed the long-term vision, what we're trying to do as a team, what we're trying to do here. And I had a tough decision. I had to relocate to the West Coast. But they didn't know I'm going to move. They all think, man, J-Dub is going to stay. He's not going to go nowhere. He's going to make, he makes great money. He's not. Guess what? I moved. I built a West Coast from scratch. That was my lowest season. But it's also my most scariest season. Because when I moved to the West Coast, I knew one thing. If I don't succeed building West Coast, all my East Coast guys will laugh at me. But if I go, there's no turning back. There is no turning back. So that would be my lowest season. What did I learn from it? I learned only when you go through severe pain, the biggest rewards is always on the opposite side of the most severe pain. That's what I learned. And it's not even about business. It's about life. It's about relationships. Sometimes you go through a heartbreak with somebody for painful, but then the biggest reward is on the other side, because that person might no longer serve you, might not be seeing eyeball to eyeball with you. If you know, but it's painful. You're going through that. But the only way you can receive the most amazing reward in your life is to go through that pain. And God always have a purpose for everybody. But if you're not going through any pain right now, that's why there's not a lot of growth yet. So that's my first answer for you. But I think we're going to end up with Patty, because she have three questions. So we're going to end it all up. Okay, so Patty, it's all you. So second question, make it good.
Yeah, I think this is like all together because it's happening right now. How do you grow in tough times without becoming bitter? And when people leave your organization, how do you process that emotionally? And
Patty, you're a veteran leader. You know how many phone calls I get this week? We all know what's up, right? Come on, let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
First thing about leadership is just think about your kids.
Mhm.
Think about when there's crisis in the family, when there's crisis, your kid, they don't look at the company. They don't look at anybody. They don't look at the uncle. They don't look at the auntie. They don't look at the they look at you as a father and mother. How do you react to it makes a whole lot of difference. Man, I see leaders sometimes this week, they turn molehill into a mountain. Why? In any business, people is going to leave. LeBron James maybe one day say, I don't want to play for the Cavalier. I'm going to play for the Laker. He left. It's the reality. It doesn't make him good or bad. He left. He has to do what is best for him and his family, if that makes sense. Why would I want to be bitter about that? Why do I want to dwell on that? I know what I got to do. I don't care about what you do. When I act calmly in front of my people and say, look, every season there are people leaving. It's normal. As long as you stay in here, we focus on our own lanes. Let's block all the noises. How would you feel now? Okay, I'm more calm. Okay, my leaders are calm. He's not turning a small little thing into, ooh, oh, it's end of the world. Am I blaming any one of you? No. I'm working. I'm doing you can't stop people leaving, Patty. Number two. Listen to this. All this contract, all this differences and all that crap, that's not the real deal. I think the lady who asked me the first question was so powerful. And by the way, I would do a reel on that, okay? People follow you not because of the contract. Okay, just remember, Patty, just watch me. Ain't about a contract. You can give me 10, forget about a contract. It's not about a trip. It's not. It's not about product. It's not. Mm-mm. Do I trust you, Patty? When the trust is no longer there, people is going to leave. I work on me, Patty, over the years. I'm not worried. Mm-hmm. Because leaders, great leaders, they don't build followers. They build leaders. You listening to me right now, I hope you're not being intimidated by my presence.
Oh, no.
I hope you feel you are safe with me.
Oh, yes.
No, don't say yes. Internally, because I don't judge people. Mm-hmm. And that's why people want to be around me. Is it because I'm the executive field chairman of the company? Oh, come on. Who cares about that? Is it because I'm a multi-millionaire? Who cares about that? Mm-hmm. Is it because of my authority? Who cares about that? Now, if you submit to my authority right now and I'm threatening you, guess what? It's temporary. Once you find a window, you leave me anyway. Am I telling you the truth or am I saying something you want to hear? You digest what I'm saying. So another word, Patty, I work on my character, my friend. I don't worry about anything else. People are going to come and people are going to leave. I'm going to treat people well either way. God is good to me. Now, that's a deep question. That's my answer.
I love it. I love it, Jack. I know that.
And you are not going to see me badmouth anybody who left me.
Sure.
I have never badmouthed about anybody who left me.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you, I've done this for 20 years, 30 years, 25, 26. How many of you see me publicly talking about some other leader who left the company? 0 times. Why do I need to? That's right. Now, even though some of them back then, years ago, was very evil, and you know what I'm talking about, the era, when that was the evil era, I didn't even say anything. Because you know what? God is going to fix them up. But then there are a lot of people leave. They are not evil. They just do what they think is best for them. Sometimes it's the right choice. Sometimes it's the wrong choice. I'm going to focus doing what I got to do. Does it give you a peace of mind and confidence? That's how I roll. I don't know what else to explain to anybody when it comes to leadership. I don't focus on title. I don't focus on any of this extra point. I focus on developing me to become a great human being, leader that add value, that people, man, I trust this guy. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
And
That
that's
summarized my last. Guys, if you want to take a picture, this is time now, 6:01.
Yes.
I swear to you, I got a call. I'm 1 minute late right now with them. I don't want to be late with them.
All right, guys. If you guys can turn on your video, one that's okay. Smile, guys. 1, 2, 3. Awesome, awesome. All right. All right. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Jack. That was awesome.
You guys, hey, listen, I'll be more than happy to get on another call and you can ask me the question. And Margie, I'll send you a text and we'll do a hierarchy call for you. And you can invite the same people up if you want, and plus more. I know your hierarchy is much bigger. So, guys, love you guys dearly. Thank you